You're listening to Create Wealth Through Franchising, and I'm your host, Kim Daly. In my 20 years as a franchise consultant, I've helped hundreds of people achieve their dreams of building and scaling franchise businesses to create wealth. The interview you're about to hear can also be found on my YouTube channel, where I post new franchising content multiple times per week. Please take a moment to subscribe to the podcast and to my YouTube channel at kimdaly.tv. Now, enjoy the show. Welcome back to the Daily Coach YouTube channel. Boy, do I have a good guest for you today. I have my own personal business mentor, who's also become a great friend. Her name is Shelly Hutchinson. Shelly, welcome to Kim Daly TV.
I am so pleased to be here. Thank you for having me, Kim.
I am so happy. You know, it's fun to be on this side of the microphone instead of that side of the microphone for once with you, girl.
Absolutely.
Wow. Today we're going to have a great conversation. Shelly is one of the UK's leading LinkedIn marketing experts. Guys, LinkedIn. This is a prospecting tool, one of the best prospecting tools you have at your disposal. And Shelly's going to share a little bit of her expertise with us today. But before we get into that, Shelly, I always like to ask my guests a question. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. So before we get into your expertise, tell me one fun fact about you that will help people get to know you, like you, and want to do business with you.
Okay, so a fun fact about me is that I am actually incredible at cooking Indian curries. I love cooking Indian food, and I learned how to cook Indian food from my grandma, who is actually Indian. And I know I don't look Indian, but I take after my dad, who's English. And I got his coloring, sadly. But I took after my grandmother in terms of being able to cook. So I can cook some amazing Indian food. It does take me all day, but I love Indian food.
Lucky for your partner. I like that fun fact. Okay, guys, she likes to cook Indian food.
I like it hot and spicy.
Hot and spicy. And the only thing I really know about Indian food is like naan bread.
Uh-huh.
Do you eat that?
Naan bread. That's one of the things. Honestly, okay. I have to say though, real Indian food is different from what you get in like Indian takeaways. What Indians actually eat in India is very, very different. So it really is like once you get into like cooking Indian food, you realize there's this whole other plateau of flavors and this whole other type of dishes that you're not really getting exposed to.
So let's get into the heart of the subject today, which is prospecting. I mean, everybody who's watching this video, who's either a business owner, a franchise owner, or a wannabe business owner, we all have to become prospecting experts. If you want to have a business you own and control, you have to learn how to be a marketer, a prospector, a networker. It's the thing that like so many candidates go, I don't want to sell anything. But when you own a business, it's not like you're selling anything when you're prospecting, right, Shelly? It's you have a product or a service that you believe in, and there's a customer out there who needs what you have. And we're just saying we have to find a way to bridge that gap. So tell us a little bit about your expertise and how you work with clients and help people using LinkedIn.
Okay, so like the first thing is that even if you are getting clients and referrals, that's only going to take you so far with your business. If you want to be able to scale and grow your business, you're going to then need to get yourself online. And we've all seen with the last year with the pandemic and the lockdowns that, you know, if you're good at face-to-face selling, you still have to learn how to sell online, and you still have to have a sales funnel in place because you never know what's going to happen. So LinkedIn has become ever more important, especially with what's happened in the last year. why I love LinkedIn so much for prospecting is because it's actually one of the easiest platforms to use to translate, leads through, to get leads and to start getting clients through.
It's
Out of all of
easy.
them, it's
Do you
the
think people
easiest.
really out there think it's easy? Hey, listeners, do you think it's easy? It's
It
easy if
is.
you use Shelly to help you learn it.
As someone who's been in online marketing for a long, long time, LinkedIn is the easiest platform by far. It doesn't change as quickly as like Facebook does. One of the things I found when I was teaching people how to use Facebook and how to do Facebook ads was that I would teach them one thing and like only a few months later it was completely different. So everything I was teaching would go out of date so quickly. That's why it's really hard if you're trying to get clients through Facebook. If you try and do it yourself and do Facebook ads yourself, it's actually really difficult to get it working. Because unless you're an expert in Facebook ads and you spend your whole time doing Facebook ads, it's hard to keep up, It's like a full-time job on its own. Whereas with LinkedIn, it's just not the case at all. And the other benefit of LinkedIn is that you are able to reach all of these high caliber clients through LinkedIn. And again, we've got to bear in mind that different audiences are on different platforms. And what I love about LinkedIn is that you have something like 40%, 50% even of people on LinkedIn are CEOs of companies. They are decision makers in companies. So you're getting that better audience. And also there are a lot of people on LinkedIn who aren't on any other social media because they don't trust Facebook. They're worried about the privacy issues with Facebook and Instagram. They don't want to be on other social media, but they're on LinkedIn, and you can actually reach them. So those are the reasons why LinkedIn is such a good platform. It's easy to use. It's basically free. Yes, you will probably want to pay for Sales Navigator once you're using LinkedIn regularly to do your lead generation on there. But basically even that, we're talking $100 a month? It's nothing. You get one client, you've paid for your entire year's subscription. And some of my clients, it's not one client actually pays for their subscription 100 times over. It's like
So Shelly, when you say one of your clients, so what type of businesses can use LinkedIn? Give us a gamut of some of the scope of clients that you have.
I think this is one of the areas that people most misunderstand about LinkedIn. Everyone I meet, I'm even in a mentoring group myself, and one of the people who is part of the mentoring group, she's one of the people who runs it, was saying, oh, my experience, LinkedIn is more for B2B and Facebook and Instagram is more for B2C. And I was like, that's so wrong. That's not true at all. Yes, LinkedIn is amazing if you are in the B2B sector and if you are selling to corporates and you need decision making in corporate. Yes, it's amazing for that. But it's also great if you're selling to small business owners. But it's also great if actually you're selling to corporate professionals just individually and you just want to sell them how to help heal their relationship. You can sell that through LinkedIn. Like Gary Vee said, LinkedIn is great even if you want to sell jam. And he's absolutely right. If you are a jam manufacturer, all the retailers are on LinkedIn.
I'm sure he had an F-bomb in there first, Shelly, okay?
Really,
you want to sell effing jam.
If you want to sell jam, get on LinkedIn. That's the truth, this is the thing that people don't understand is that LinkedIn really is that versatile. It's one of the fastest growing platforms. It is still increasing the number of users on there, and that is only going up, whereas Facebook is stagnating. Other platforms are kind of almost going, Facebook is kind of almost going backwards as opposed to growing. So
like a hairstylist could use LinkedIn. I'll give you the kind of business owner and you just say yes or no. A hairstylist.
Okay, so look, if you are a hairstylist and you have your own hair salon, you're going to want to be on Google. Let's just make it easy. You're going to want to be on Google because you're going to want to be indexed on Google. Everyone who is searching for, I need a hairdresser, are going to be putting hairdresser and then their location into Google.
Hey, Daily Coach fans, if you're inspired by this conversation, I invite you to email me right now to explore this franchise opportunity. My email is inquire@kimdaly.tv.
If you're a real estate agent, LinkedIn is brilliant for you because guess who your ideal clients are? First time professionals typically are your ideal clients if you're a real estate agent, because most of the time you want the guys who are the first time buyers, because then they come back again and again and again to you, right?
Okay. All right, I have another one. How about a dog trainer?
Dog trainer. Okay. Well, like LinkedIn would still work for you as a dog trainer. Yes, you're probably going to want to be on Google because I imagine a lot of your ideal clients will be searching on Google. So, you can even just get onto Google very cheaply by just adding your business into my business basically on Google, like super easy. But if you're on LinkedIn and you would like, for instance, to be doing dog training with lots of groups, you could actually use LinkedIn to connect with all these corporate professionals who have dogs in your local area. And you could actually ask them to tell their friends who all have dogs, because usually dog owners have friends with dogs. And then you could easily fill your group. And of course, these are busy professionals who do not have time to spend at home trying to train their dogs the slow way. They're going to want to come to a class and actually get help. They're not going to just try and figure it out ad hoc. And they're going to be able to afford to pay for your services. If you want to be the most expensive dog trainer in the entire state, you can do that by having clients on LinkedIn.
That's amazing. What about if you're a personal trainer?
Yeah, I actually have a client who's a personal trainer right now.
That sounds like a low-hanging fruit, actually.
And you know what? Like one of the things, because I know you've got that background as well, one of the things that I've done with a lot of personal trainers is help them move from being a PT on a session-by-session basis to actually being a health coach, working with senior executives and having a program so they charge thousands for their program as opposed to working on a session-by-session in a gym. And the health coaching
their time for money on an hourly basis. That's brilliant, as you British people like to say. Brilliant.
And you can basically work online, and you give them the program what they need to do, but you don't have to be geographically located near them. You just give them what they need to do and they go away and do that, and they come onto the calls weekly. So, you give them the plans like you would as a PT, but actually you're not there necessarily all the time in the gym with them doing the sessions. You're actually there more advising them and overviewing it and giving them the accountability.
Right. Because there's millions and millions and millions of people on LinkedIn, right? So,
absolutely.
Okay, so how do you, without giving it away, I guess, but lead people down the path? Like, how do you coach in a group session? Do they buy a course? Do they work one-on-one with you?
Yeah, so I have a mixture of different ways that people can work with me. I do have two group programs. I have a sort of entry-level program, which is my LinkedIn Quality Leads Formula program. In that program, you can come on it. You get access to my 12-module program, which is my LinkedIn Quality Leads Formula. You see the link there. It basically gives you what you need in order to start generating leads and clients through LinkedIn. They come on that. There's hundreds of people on that program, so that's my first entry point. It's not expensive. You're looking at like $1,400. Or if you want a little bit more hand-holding from me, I have a small group program, which is my VIP program. We have 10 people at a time, and they go through the program with me, giving them weekly group calls each week, and I'm kind of holding you through that LinkedIn Quality Leads Formula process. And alternatively, if you really just want my attention just for you, then I do one-to-one as well.
Well, I want your attention one-to-one. That's what I do, other guys. But we're not working on LinkedIn. We're working on a motivational coaching program together, and she's the bomb. She's amazing. I've had this program in my mind for so many years, and this woman has drawn it out of me, and it's going to be ready for sale very, very soon. Okay, fantastic. So if people want to reach you, Shelly, we'll definitely put some contact information in the description below the video, but how do viewers find you?
Okay, really easy. You can find me on LinkedIn. It's just,
Wow.
linkedin.com/in/Shelly Hutchinson. I'm also not just LinkedIn exclusive. I'm on Facebook as well. You can find me there, or you can visit my website, which is clientnectar.com.
clientnectar.com. and Shelly Hutchison. We'll put the spelling of that last name in the description below so that you will have no trouble finding the wonderful and amazing Shelly Hutchinson. I'm telling you guys, you will not regret working with her. I met Shelly through another consultant friend of mine who was using her to help. He was using her LinkedIn program to grow his franchise consulting business. And I think we thought we were talking about that. And then we were just talking about her background and things that she did. And I was like, wait a minute. Go back. What did you just say that you can help me do? And I had this millionaire mindset coaching program in my head. And I said, I want to do that with you. And we've been working this year. We started in January of 2021. She's great. I highly, highly recommend working with her. And not to mention, she's just super fun to work with. She's always in a good mood. She has that crazy, amazing accent. And, she's just super cool. So I think you'll enjoy working with her. So Shelly, before we close this interview, and leave people with your contact information so they can reach out to you. All right. So let me ask you this question. So, in sales, since we're in sales and that's what we're talking about, building businesses through sales funnels and pipelines, people don't always remember us for what we say, but they always remember how we make them feel. It's why the Daily Coach only wants to talk about positive things. It's why here on the YouTube channel, we are sharing the good news in franchising. This is where you come to find the good news because I want people to think, Kim Daly, good news. So what do you want people to remember you for and by?
This is an amazing question to be asked. And when I really sort of tune in, what's important to me is I want people to know that I genuinely care. I care about them. I care about the business that they want to create. But more importantly, I care about the life that they want to have. Because most of us don't necessarily get into business for the business on its own. We get into business because we feel a passion for sharing our gifts and helping people. And I would love to be remembered as someone who truly helped people to realize their dreams. That more than anything would just light me up.
That's amazing. And I can attest that she does that. For sure. That's amazing. What an amazing answer. Guys, you heard it here at Kim Daly TV. If you want to reach out to Shelly to learn how to grow your business, to explode your business with the UK's leading LinkedIn expert, her contact information is below. She's Shelly Hutchinson. She's clientnectar.com. You can find her on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for joining the Kim Daly TV today, Shelly. I appreciate your time so much. I appreciate your heart. I appreciate all that you've given to me this year in 2021. Any words in closing?
I think just to say that, whatever it is that you're wanting to do or to achieve with your business, it's already here. Just have to believe it. You just have to believe it. And if you would like my help with getting to grips with LinkedIn, I have a free 5-day challenge. So I'm going to make it easy for you. I have a free 5-day challenge to just drop me a note on LinkedIn and say, hey, I'm up for your 5-day challenge, and I will send you the link to be able to join it.
A free 5-day challenge.
I know,
guys,
like me
no
for
risk.
5 days for free, like.
There's no risk. That's awesome. And every single viewer of this video who has a business, who's thinking about owning a business, needs to know how to prospect online. And you got a free 5-day challenge. You heard it here. Thank you so much, Shelly. Thank you for all of you who've watched this video. Until next time, I am Kim Daly, your Daily Coach. If you found this inspiring, please contact me at inquire@kimdaly.tv. My consulting services are totally free to you. Again, that email is inquire@kimdaly.tv. I can't wait to hear from you.